Let's actually make our confirmation email system work. So we want to actually save a token on the users table that belongs to a particular user that just registered. And then if the user clicks on a link in his email, then we're going to remove that token. And then we're going to have a middleware that checks if the user's confirmed token is still in his database column. So if it's not null, then it means that user has not yet confirmed. So let's go ahead and take care of it. With that, we might actually decide to start with a test. So let's go ahead and do that. Public function test, a user has a token after registration. Okay, so let's just start with this. We need to register a user, right? So we're gonna just fake the mail so it doesn't trigger the confirm email mail. Then right here, we're gonna say this assert not null for the user confirm token, right? So we're gonna reference a user confirm token on the user class and make sure that it's not null, because if it doesn't exist, then it's gonna be null, right? So assert that it's not null. Let's go ahead and run this test and see what we have. Just for a start, I think we can do. So we'll filter to the new test method. We have a message undefined variable user, and this user that we actually are referencing here is the user that was just created, and we're gonna get the user by simply fetching the first user, right? Because we're using refresh database and it's gonna automatically refresh and create a new user once we have this. So we'll get the first user. Now right here I need to import that, so use podcast user. Now let's head over to our terminal and run that test, and we have failed asserting that null is not null. Now there are a number of ways for us to make this property exist on the user class. We could just even create a property, but then I think I'm just going to go ahead and solve the problem because we know what we need. So I'll head over to my create users table, and I'm actually going to create a string field which is going to be confirm token, and I'm going to make sure it's nullable because I want to make it nullable when the user confirms his email. Okay, now that I've done that, it's still not going to pass. Let's head over to our register controller and actually fill in that field once the user registers. So confirm token should be equals to string random 25 characters. I'm not so sure this is the name of the helper method that Laravel provides for us, but we're gonna see. Okay, so generate 25 random characters and store in the confirm token field of the database. And finally, in our user.php, we need to make sure that Laravel permits that field to be filled. So let's run our test one more time and see what we have. Okay, so we have a successful test. So it means we're actually generating this confirm token and inserting it into the database at registration time. Now another assertion that I want to actually run right here is just an assertion to make sure we have a helpful method to tell us if the user is confirmed or not. So I'm just going to say assert false user is confirmed, and I'll call this as a method. Let's run that to see what we have. We actually have undefined method is confirmed. This is what we expected. And in our user.php, we're going to have this is confirmed method. Public function is confirmed. Run that again, and then it says failed asserting that null is false because we're returning nothing at the moment. So we're simply going to say return this confirm token equals null. Okay, so if this confirm token is null, then we're going to say the user is confirmed, because at registration time we actually fill in this field, but then if the user confirms himself, then we're gonna pull out the token and then make sure it's null. Okay, so let's run this test again, and it should pass right now, and it does. Therefore, we're actually having our confirm token right here. Now what I would love to do is actually make sure that our email that we are firing contains the token for the user, right? So we have a confirm your email.blade.php, and this is simply our mailable. So we're just gonna say one more step before joining broadcast, and this is gonna be we need you to confirm your email, and this is simply gonna say confirm email, and we're gonna say thanks config app name. So let's just actually take this opportunity to change the app name, app.php in the config directory, and here we have app name. Let's just change it in .env. So I'm gonna change my app name to broadcast, and that should autofill into the email template. Okay, so now we need this confirm button to actually click and take us somewhere, and this is where we're actually gonna verify the user. So I'm not gonna do it just yet. But one final thing before we go away, let's just take this opportunity to actually use one of Laravel 5.5's newest feature, and that is actually viewing our labels in the browser to see if these changes that we made actually took effect. So we'll head over to our web.php, and we're simply gonna swap this out for now, and we're gonna return the mailable. So return new podcast mail, confirm your email, and let's see what we get. So visit the home page, and looks like our email is good enough, right? So we have our name right here saying 1 more step before you join podcast, we need to confirm your email, and that's our button right there. Awesome. So it looks like everything works perfectly. Thank you so much. We're gonna take care of actually confirming the user's email in the next video.